Everybody, it's your boy Days back again with another video. Welcome back to Days Reacts. So today I am here at the famous Greenwood Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We better go ahead and check this whole area out. Especially we're gonna go check out the museum. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? So yeah, let's get it. Let's go. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Days back again with another video. I know I was on this. I did a video earlier about me being at Black Wall Street. Um, Hold up, what's going on, Ray? So, technically, I did do Wall Street, Black Wall Street, but there's some ins and ahs. Basically, I couldn't record in the museum, but I can take pictures. All right, I can take pictures, but I could not record in the museum. All right, so I made a PowerPoint instead. All right, so for y'all that wants to experience Black Wall Street Museum, I'm so sorry I could not record in the museum. All right, but without further ado, I'm gonna show you the experience I saw that interests me in the Black Wall Street Museum. Let's go ahead and dive on in. All right, it is showtime, y'all. So the Greenwood Spirit. All right, so this is basically a little section they had in the museum. I like this part of the museum. It shows the confluence of Native, Black, and the white people forged the place that today we call Oklahoma. These communities often collided and sometimes connected in the land that mirrored the race-based policy and practice that dominated the nation. Though Black Tulsans were confined to the Greenwood District, just across the Frisco tracks, they leveraged their wealth and reowned their established and flourishing community dubbed the Negro Wall Street of America. With the unfaltering spirit of resilience in the face of jury segregation, this enclave became synonymous with Black self-reliance and economic cooperation. So that's the Greenwood spirit, y'all. So let's dive on in. All right, so this right here, this is Black Wall Street, okay? All right, so this is showing the building of Black Wall Street, and we about to take a look at some of the people that's involved of building the Black Wall Street. All right, so building spirit, all right? As Black Americans moved to Tulsa from the South and elsewhere, they began to shape the unique culture of the community. All right, I'm not gonna get into too much detail. You just gotta go to the museum and check it out yourself. But I'm just giving you a brief summary of the museum that what I experienced. All right. All right. So J.B. Stafford, all right, or Stratford, he was the attorney and the community leader who owned the upscale Stratford Hotel. The Stratford Hotel was once known as the Black-owned operated hotel of America. All right, so J.B. Stratford lived in Tulsa, and he helped bring up the Stratford Hotel. All right. So Simon Berry and Ottawa Gurley. All right, so Simon Berry all right, which is this guy right here. Um, he started the Jitty service, founding the bus line. So he chartered buses and also chartered oil bearings with his plane service. So he had an airline service for charting oil. Okay. Ottawa Gurley, on the other hand, was a real estate developer. So he built houses. All right. And plus, he was a store owner. All right. So not only he was a store owner, he helped build communities, pretty much. All right. Let's see here. Uh, okay. All right. Dr. Andrew Jackson, or Andrew C. Jackson, and Ellis Walker Woods. Okay. So Dr. Andrew Jackson, he was the surgical doctor who broke the color barrier. He treated patients from all races. So he was the doctor in this whole district pretty much. So if you were, even though back in the day, like a surgical doctor is like a main doctor, okay? So he was that top doctor, okay, for that whole district. Um, Ellis Walker, who became the first principal at the Booker T. Washington High School of Tulsa, Oklahoma, okay? If, so Booker T. Washington was like the all first high school for all the black African American people at the time. So yeah, it's historically known for that. So he was known for that. So for that whole district, he was the principal pretty much. All right, let's see here. Andrew Jackson Smitherman and Mabel B. Little. Okay, so Mr. Smitherman, he was the publisher for the black newspaper, the Tulsa Star. All right, so the Tulsa Star is actually their newspaper for Greenwood Avenue or Greenwood District, pretty much. So he was their editor and the publisher for that whole district or for that whole, area at the time. Okay. Uh, Mabel Little was the beautician. So she was the lady that does the hair. So she was doing everybody's hair. Okay. So even though we had barbers and all like that, she was the beautician for all the ladies, pretty much. She was the known beautician. So shout out to Mabel Little. Okay. All right. So the black gold makes black wealth. Okay. So yes, black gold makes black wealth. What it means by that, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was a lot of oil, lots of oil. Okay, and when the African Americans migrated after slavery time to Oklahoma and stuff, and bought land and stuff, some of them actually had oil on the land. And pretty much, I just watched the movie Sarah's Oil, which is based on the true story. She had oil on her land. So, yeah, that is the reason for like this quote right here: "Black gold makes black wealth," because it was actually real. Okay. Um, see here. So this right here, this was like a reincarnation of a barbershop back in the old days. Instead, they had like little ghost area, what I'm saying, in the mirrors and stuff, cutting people's hair and stuff, or they like you can actually sit in the barber's chair while they actually cut your hair and stuff, which was kind of neat and stuff and dope how they did that. But this was the like I wish I could have videoed it, but do the rights and stuff to the museum and stuff, what I'm saying, being respectful. I was not able to record that for y'all, but the stories they told was actually true and actually funny, you know what I'm saying, but you can feel it, you know what I'm saying, but actually being in the barber chair, you can feel it. But I'm glad they let us take pictures, and I'm glad for that. But other than that, this is a dope experience for me. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Go to the barbershop every week with my dad and stuff. So I know that barbershop feel. All right. So what happened to Black Wall Street? So I'm going to tell you what's going on about this situation. So there was a massacre in Black Wall Street. Pretty much if y'all don't know, it's same thing with the Elaine massacre in Arkansas, in Elaine, Arkansas. Uh, we can't say it because of YouTube purposes, but we're just gonna call them pillowcases. So the pillowcases came through and they saw what was going on. They didn't like it, and they went ahead and burned everything to the ground. So pretty much, um, yeah, they didn't like it, and they see how African Americans at that time was actually developing and like building their own, infrastructure, like their own wealth, like um, had their own dentist, medical, uh, wash and dry, laundry area, restaurants, hotels, beauty and barber, like all the essentials, pretty much grocery stores and stuff. They seen all that, and they were like, they even had in Black Wall Street. They even had banks, and insurances, and all that. They had all that, and pillowcases. They didn't like how you know they was trying to figure out how they get all this and how they do all that. Well, the main thing was the oil, the black oil and stuff. Because from the other slide said, black gold makes black millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Or black wealth. So pretty much like, but you can't take that oil, you can't take that land. So what you gonna do with it and stuff? Some of them actually try to take their land for real. Like, 'cause I saw in the movie Oil, some people actually try to buy off the land that they don't really own and stuff, and try to act like it's a Ponzi scheme, but not. Or kill the person who owned the land and claim it that it's their land because they signed a contract and they didn't read the contract. But yeah, the pillowcases did that, and I just got to say, it was intriguing. It was intriguing. If I felt what the African Americans went through at the time, the Tulsaners, the Greenwood Avenue people, what they went through at the time, because that's a lot. I was hearing the videos in the museum, showing the stories, showing the burns, giving the stories out, and yeah, it was a lot. It was really a lot. Um, Other than that, but yeah, that's what really kind of went down about the massacre. Um, it's just like the Elaine massacre, but some is more bigger. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna show you some things that they kind of went through. I'm not gonna show you a whole bunch. You just gotta go to the museum and check it out yourself. Um, but here's the things that kind of threw me off the table on like how they actually did these people. Um, yeah. So what happened? So um, the pillowcases, they pretty much they killed some people. They killed some people. So the death toll was 1920 in 1921. The official death toll was 37. Which like 37, that ain't bad. I mean, it's still a massacre, but that ain't bad. But in the real death toll and stuff from the person who actually been there, you know what I'm saying, from 1921, the real death toll was 250 people. 250 people, including children, pretty much. Um, and then in 2001, the commission death report was 300 people, at least. All right. Now, the property damages that they did, that the pillowcases did, pretty much, was 10,000 black people homeless. So pretty much at least 10,000 black people or African American was homeless. Okay. 1.225K homes. So 1,000, at least 1,025 of homes were burned down, with 250 homes uh, looted. So pretty much, you burn people's houses down, and also you rob some houses. All right. So yeah, that's what really went down. All right. So also, it was about 750,000 in personal property damages and $1.5 million in real estate property damages. So yeah, at pretty much, and they show you the whole map of what got damaged. Like Greenwood Avenue or Greenwood District was a big district, y'all, as for like the city of Tulsa, and like that's by like 6 or 7 to 8 blocks of damages, and yeah, it's just crazy. And also, what also triggered me was the people who survived. Um, they showed you how like they had to go through on a daily basis after the massacre ended, pretty much, and how they trying to survive from uh, the repercussions after the massacre. So right here it shows what survivors had to live through the day to day in the aftermath. So when I looked at this, I was like, hold on, what is this? So basically, they had to have police. So each person in the Greenwood Avenue had to have at least um, a police protection license or a certificate. They had to have a 1 meal ticket. Okay. Also, they had to have 2 bath cards. So you had to take a shower in the morning and a shower in the evening. Okay. And I think the other one, if I'm not mistaken, was, let me get to it, y'all. Hold on. Oh, it was an identification card. So they had to have those plus 2 bath cards, police protection card, a 1 meal card, and American Red Cross card from all this day to day situation. They got to have all these things on a day to day basis, which is crazy. All right. So, yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to show y'all. But other than that, it was really interesting. Um, from going to that museum, uh, they did have some people uh, that was noticed and honored for help try to recuperate and rebuild Black Wall Street to what it is today. Um, Even though it's really not that big, it's pretty much now a, how you say, entertainment district for the baseball stadium, which is next door now. But it is really interesting. I did enjoy the museum. I really did. And I wish they would have let us try to at least video or vlog. But you know what I'm saying? Just give us the rule to do not video the videos that we showing you, okay? I'm like, cool, that's cool, but I can vlog like the pictures and all like that. I could do that, but I just can't video the video. I'll be okay with that. But they like you can't video at all. So I understand that, and I guess it. I really do guess it. But so yeah, this is pretty much the end of this PowerPoint. But I'm gonna get y'all go back to the video. Well, I'm finna go back to myself at Tulsa, and yeah. And I'll catch y'all later, y'all. All right. So back to Tulsa.